Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for, this is your May bonus reading, and we are going to jump right in here. You have this Blessed Ideas card. It says, allow your ideas to come to fruition, and they will bring many blessings. Love it. You have this Koi Fish Spirit. It says, you're manifesting more love, prosperity, and wealth into your life. Love it. Definitely very good there, Sag. But I feel that there could be a lot more success coming in for you. We are in a time of ideas, so I'm a big fan of people kind of like writing, collecting their ideas, number one, at this time, because you probably can't, get every single idea done at once right now. And, so having a place where you save them so that you can remember them is a good idea. But any new ideas you have, this is a very lucky reading, as always, here, Sagittarius, for you. But I think saving those ideas will be a very good idea. So let's see what we have going on for you at this time. You start with the Nine of Cups, which is great. Nine of Cups can represent fulfillment or wish fulfillment. So there could be some sort of wish that's coming in for you with the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups on a very simple level can also just say that you're feeling much more fulfilled. He's in a position of fulfillment. And so I feel that. The other thing is that there's an alternative meaning to the Nine of Cups, which is that he is a barkeep and he is deciding who to give these cups to. And so far you have like 3 people showing up in this reading. And so it is popping into my head that, kind of picking and choosing who you give energy to this month could be very important. And, making sure that you're giving to the right people and not the wrong people is going to be important. Fulfillment is also going to be important for you this month. You have the Ace of Cups as well. The Nine of Cups, the reason he is getting a wish is because he is in perfect alignment with what he wants. So he is matching the energy of what he wants before he gets it. And so anything that you want, you have to act as if you already have it. And if you do that, you will get it. Your crossing energy is the Hierophant. The crossing energy can be what hurts you or helps you at this time. We just had Neptune move into Aries, and Neptune will be retrograding back into Pisces this year. But Neptune going, in Pisces is kind of like a direct challenge to traditional belief. And so definitely when Neptune leaves Pisces, like it has already, there could be certain things that we believe, and the Hierophant is a card of your beliefs. It is a card of tradition. And so it's your crossing energy, right? And so it can say that you have believed certain things for a very long period of time. And now it's time to change those beliefs. So like if you don't believe that you can get your Nine of Cups, then you're not going to get it, right? And that is probably the belief that you have to change. You have to start working on believing that you are good enough, believing that you are capable, believing that you have the confidence and that you can, do the things that you want to do with that Nine of Cups. So I don't really feel this is bad or good in your reading. I feel like it's a small thing. I feel like it's something that you should definitely be working on for sure, Sagittarius. So like I would be, if I were you, I would definitely be, brainwashing yourself. I'm a big fan of brainwashing myself, right? I might be delusionally, toxically positive personally, but I don't know. It's worked out pretty well for me doing that. So yeah, maybe I do have toxic optimism sometimes, but like I said, I don't know. Things are always working out for me, which is something that I always say, and things always seem to work out, right? So sometimes I do think we have to brainwash ourselves. Like I say all the time, I'm not saying it's magical or law of attraction or anything, but I do think affirmations are a great thing to do. They take a while to work because your brain doesn't believe what you're writing down at first or saying, but I think all that would be really good for you. You have this Ace of Cups. This is coming up in the area of your thoughts or what's on your mind. So the Ace of Cups could be thinking about love, and you do have the Page of Cups coming up in the area of your closest relationships. So if you do want love, then there definitely could be a connection coming in for you. The Ace of Cups is really about thinking about flow. That Ace of Cups can easily reach down into the water below it and fill itself back up. I always say that we are in a time of flow. Like, Uranus, we have Uranus and Taurus. Uranus will be leaving Taurus, but doesn't matter. Uranus and Taurus asks us to create more freedom in life. And when you are in the flow, you are free. When you are doing the things that cause you to overflow, when you're doing something that gives you more energy than you put into it, then you are in the flow. So everybody on Earth is kind of being asked to do more of the things that give them more energy when they do them. And I don't know what that is for you, and maybe you don't know what that is either, Sagittarius, but the Ace of Cups says it would be worth it to try and discover it, right? Like I always get tons of people that say, I don't know what makes me happy. I don't know what my hobbies are. I don't know what causes flow. And I'm like, well, you better figure it out. Just go try things you think you might be interested in and see what happens, right? And I do think it's true. I think it's true that some people don't know, right? But you have to go figure it out, because if you do, you will be living a better life, plain and simple. Next in your foundation, you have the Nine of Swords. I'm pretty sure you get the Nine of Swords with me quite a bit, Sag. So Nine of Swords is a never-ending nightmare. Nine of Swords is a choice. Nine of Swords, he is in his bed. He's in pain, but not in enough pain to leave the bed. So the Nine of Swords says it's time to get up and get out of the bed. Maybe literally, this could be figuratively, but if something is causing you pain, the Nine of Swords says it's time to leave. Now, he might be thinking that he's not ready to leave, but he has this blanket right here, and this is a comfort blanket, and in these blue squares on this blanket, there are all these astrological symbols, and what this represents is that he has lived through a bunch of astrological transits. It's meant to give him comfort, because it's basically saying to him, like, hey, you're worried about something, but you've already been through so much more. Like what you're about to do in your life is this big compared to everything that you've been through. So it's meant to give him comfort and confidence and say, like, you can do so much more than you think. And that's kind of the energy that I'm getting here for you, Sag, is that you are probably much more capable than you realize. But you're not going to realize it if you don't get out of the limiting situations. And so I do feel this is encouraging you to get out of those situations that hold you back. Or if you're in something that's painful, but maybe it's not like enough pain to make you want to leave, but kind of. Those are the things that we're talking about with that card. Next, in the past position, the energy you are moving past, you have this card that says the energy is gaining momentum. You also have this full moon in Gemini. It says the answers you need are coming. So you definitely could be getting answers that you need at this time. I feel like the energy is still gaining momentum, Sag, even though this is coming up in a past position. You have the Knight of Swords coming up. And the Knight of Swords is one of my cards of building momentum or needing to build momentum. So a lot of you, things could be speeding up. Again, Jupiter in your opposite sign, Gemini. And so you definitely could be getting answers that you need that are coming to help move you forward. You have the Three of Pentacles also in the past. The Three of Pentacles is about kind of quality work. Like, he has done a good job building these three pentacles, and now he's getting credit for the work that he has done. And so I do feel it might, like, if you have been holding back on something because of the Nine of Swords, right? Nine of Swords can be a little bit of a holding back energy, but like, let's say you have something that you want to present to the world in some way. It's definitely time for you to like present something to the world. I feel it will be really good for you. I feel it'll lead to a lot of success. So I would definitely like put your ideas out there. The other thing I'm getting here is that sometimes I feel this, not always with the Three of Pentacles, but sometimes I feel this. He has this fire triangle right here. He has this water triangle right here. The water triangle says that he went just a little bit above and beyond on the project. You know, he added a little bit of his own flair to this thing that he built, right? And he just a little bit extra. And I don't think it's always true that we should like over deliver in work, for example, because sometimes usually our boss doesn't appreciate it, right? But I just get the feeling that if you're like working on any important projects or businesses or ideas, like adding just like a little bit extra really could make all the difference in the world. So I would, feel free to go just a little bit above and beyond because it'll be worth it. Next, in the area of your very near future, you have the Sphinx card. It says, choose your words carefully. Yeah, everybody has had something about needing to watch their words right now or be careful of their words. We do have a lot of manifestation energy going on, so whether you believe in it or not doesn't really matter. I think it's even if law of attraction isn't real, like I always say, like I believe in it, but I also wouldn't be surprised if I die and I go to heaven and God is like, oh yeah, it's not, law of attraction is BS. I'd be like, oh, okay. Like it wouldn't surprise me, right? And so, but personally, I think the positive side of it, being positive thinking, is worth it, right? So even if it doesn't work, I think being more positive is worth it. You have this hindrance card, so watch your words. And it says, fate has blocked this path for you. Yeah, if something isn't working, I would pay attention to that as well. And, if something is clearly blocked, then I would avoid whatever is clearly blocked for you on your path. Also, in the very near future, you have the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords, again, can be a card of building momentum. I'm not like the biggest fan of the Knight of Swords because he's being too hasty. He's like trying to rush something. But I feel pretty good about him in your reading, and I feel like it's almost like you are discovering a way to make something work, and you're just taking off. You're like really grabbing onto it. So I don't know. I feel pretty good about it. I feel like there could be, this could be like an idea that you have, or you could be getting some sort of like sudden insight at this time that is kind of like an answer to the path that you're on, and it feels right. It feels like the time is right, and like everything is falling into place. I kind of get that feeling off of the card. So you could be taking off very quickly towards something because everything is falling into place. Again, really, I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's a good thing. Next, in your outcome, you have this By the Book card and this Serendipity card. Yeah, like I said, things are falling into place. I didn't even see that By the Book card. And, that's kind of what I was feeling with that Knight of Swords. Is like things are actually going according to plan for once. It's like, normally in life we come up with a plan and things go a completely different direction. I kind of feel that you're coming up, you already have a plan maybe with that Three of Pentacles, or you're coming up with one very quickly at the beginning of the month, and it's like things actually go according to plan, which would be good, a good thing. The Serendipity card is a card of luck. You've been getting all these cards of luck. Now, Sagittarius is the sign of luck. I also, as I've said to others, I think we are in a lucky time, but it's a specific type of luck. And the type of luck that we have right now is we have to take more chances. I don't watch baseball. I know nothing about baseball, but it's like baseball. If you swing the bat enough times, you're going to get a home run. And so that's the type of luck that we're dealing with. And so I think we are in a time where people have to take more chances, and it will be totally worth it if you do. So, the Serendipity card, she's being lifted up by that four-leaf clover. So there could be just a lot of luck, and you could be feeling very lucky at this time as well. Next, in the area of your next few months, you have the Six of Swords. It's like constant improvements is the message that I'm feeling off of this card. Like I feel like there's just like one improvement after another. Are things perfect? No, but I think things are improving, which is good. And I also feel a lot of you are moving on to calmer shores, so things are like less chaotic. We don't really see any chaos in this reading yet. We could ruin that in a minute when we clarify, but for the most part, I think that things are progressing, things are moving forward. Next, in your closest relationships, you have the Page of Cups. Definitely could be a love relationship coming in for you. I'm pretty sure in your last couple of readings, I think even in the May reading, just the regular monthly reading, you had love. So there could be love coming in for you with the Page of Cups. This would be like an admirer or someone who's interested in you. If you think someone's interested in you, they are. By the way, it just popped into my head. I think some of you already know who this person is, and I think you're interested as well. So definitely go for it if they ask you out, of course. The Page of Cups is also a card of your dreams. I always say that fish might not exist in his cup, but he needs to make sure that fish does not escape into the water behind him. So if you are working on a dream or a project or a goal, make sure to ground it in reality. And the Three of Pentacles, this is coming up in the area of your closest relationships. Three of Pentacles is teamwork. So there might be like a person, or there might be some people that can really help you on your dream. And, I would, don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to, work together with people you're close with and all that other good stuff. Next, in your future feelings, you have the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is feeling optimistic, feeling enthusiastic, feeling excited. It really feels to me like the fire signs are kind of returning to fire. It's like maybe for the past few months you haven't been feeling very fiery, or maybe you've been missing that kind of like optimism or enthusiasm. But it's almost like those feelings are just returning to your life, or you're feeling more excited about the future. I even feel like hope on this card, which we don't really think of the Page of Wands as a hopeful card, but I do feel hopeful on this card. So a lot of you could be feeling a lot more hopeful. Your outcome, you have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands, number one, is taking the lead and making progress. So love it. I feel, the Six of Swords basically says the same thing, that you are making progress. He needs to leave a comfort zone. Nine of Swords, right? He has his village down here. The story of the Two of Wands is that he rushed to a finish line and he built this castle and he didn't enjoy the journey. But now he has the whole world in his hands. But the problem with this card is he's looking at this world. He's not looking at the world. So the Two of Wands is about expanding your perspective. Really, that's personally what I think the card is really about. Like, yeah, sure, it could be progress, it can be taking the lead and all that other stuff, but I think to get the most juice out of this card, we have to expand our perspective. We have to go experience variety, and that is also where we can find more luck. If you only know one way of being successful in work or business, for example, then that's a very limited perspective. If you go learn other ways to do things, then you just increase your luck, because if something happens to one way, doesn't matter, you have another way of doing things. And so really, I think all your readings for like the past couple months have been about finding ways to be more lucky. And I think people think of the word luck like things are just going to happen, but I think this is luck that you have to make happen. And if you do that, you will be lucky, plain and simple. So there you go. But let's see here, Sag, what's coming up for you. With the Nine of Cups and the Hierophant, you have the Two of Swords. I just think you're believing new things. The Two of Swords, she is thinking this or that, but she has this new island behind her. I always say this is my card of third place solutions. But with the Hierophant, Hierophant is a very strict belief system, and he's crossing, and you could be changing your beliefs. Everybody is, because of Neptune and Pisces. Neptune will go back into Pisces one more time. And then the next time Neptune's in Pisces, we'll all be dead. So thank God, right? We don't have to deal with that craziness ever again, which is great. But, what I would say here is that, don't be afraid of changing your beliefs or letting go of some beliefs, even if there are people in your life who don't like it. It's like it's your life. And, this part of the reading is saying that to me, to you. With the Ace of Cups, you have the Death card. Death is like a transformation or a change. I feel like you're, if you want love, I feel like you're seeing it in a different way. It's like the King is dead on the Death card, and it's almost like saying to me, like, what you thought was good love is not. And now, like, I feel like you are discovering, like, what true love is if you want love, which that could be awesome. You could also be changing what makes you feel fulfilled. I always use the example when I was like, I remember this so clearly. When I was like 12 years old, I was on the bus, and us older kids used to sit at the back of the bus and play Pokemon, right? And I remember saying to all the kids, I'm going to be playing Pokemon forever. I stopped playing Pokemon when I was like 13 years old, right? And so it's like, something that once brought me pleasure when I was 12 no longer does, obviously. And I'm not even interested in it any longer, right? So it's like that is the Death card with the Ace of Cups. It's like sometimes things serve us for a period of time, but then we outgrow them. And I do feel that energy here where it's like you could be outgrowing something, or, it's like you're finding new things to enjoy. With the Nine of Swords, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Very good, because this would be an opportunity that gets you out of the Nine of Swords energy. So if you have been feeling stuck or exhausted or depressed, or like you can't set yourself free, it's like this could be the thing that finally sets you free. And it could be this blessed idea. The Ace of Pentacles can absolutely just be an idea that pops into your head. Now the Ace of Pentacles we have to nurture into existence. We have this garden at the front of the card here, and the garden, we have to water it, feed it, fertilize it, take care of it, give it sunlight. As long as you do all those things, then this opportunity will grow. With the Three of Pentacles, you have the Four of Cups. I kind of feel like some of you could finally be getting credit. I don't know that it's like this month. I feel if you're working on something, like I said, with that Three of Pentacles, where you're adding something a little bit extra special to it, you might not get credit for it like today, but I think that in who knows, this might be something that you're working on over the next couple months anyway. Maybe that's why I feel that you're not necessarily getting credit right away. But it's almost like the Four Cups is saying you've tried something before, it didn't work, and now you're trying something again and it's finally working. So again, I feel pretty good about that. With the Knight of Swords, you have the Hangman. It's like you've been waiting for a very long time. I mean, Hangman kind of makes sense to me because we had like 6-7 months of straight retrogrades, no breaks since November. And so during retrograde periods, we learn and we gain enlightenment, just like he has on the Hangman card. And he's hanging from the tree of knowledge and wisdom, and he has sacrificed movement of his arms and his legs to gain that enlightenment. So, during retrogrades, we are all put on pause so that we can gain answers. And then once we gain the answers, we can move forward. So, like I said, I feel like you're just kind of like taking off. Remember how I said on the Knight of Swords, like all of a sudden you get this idea and you're blasting off, which is good. With the Six of Swords, you have the Two of Cups. Pretty good. Again, if you want love, definitely good for love, this reading. The Two of Cups is like a perfect match, but funny enough, it's usually a person who's different than your usual type. Remember what I said on the Death card? The King is dead. So it's like your old idea of like what a good connection is changing, and you could be looking for a different type of connection that is like much more fulfilling. Two of Cups usually starts as communication, and so, it could be something that starts as communication. Sometimes I feel the Two of Cups is also you and your higher self communicating. So the Six of Swords, this guy in the back of the boat is a guide. Could be like your higher self or the universe. And I would be listening to your dreams, your daydreams, your intuition, your inspirations, synchronicities, sign, symbol, synchronicities, everything that is coming in for you at this time. It's like clear to me the universe is kind of like trying to get your attention here, Sag. With the Page of Cups, can't make this up. You have the Ace of Cups. There you go. Definitely a very strong connection if you're attracting love. We don't see anything here that says this is definitely going to end in marriage or anything yet, but, at the same time, looks very good. I would say it feels right. Ace of Cups really encourages us to pay attention to the flow. If you're dating, like let's say you're dating a couple of people, it's like you probably have a better flow with one of them. And that's what I would be paying attention to with the Ace of Cups is how you really feel about the connection, the true feeling, not the fake feeling, whatever that means. With the Page of Wands, you have the Three of Swords. It is a good time for healing. I think also Nine of Swords, Knight of Swords to this Three of Swords going this direction here. I definitely wouldn't miss out on whatever this opportunity is. I would not say the Ace of Pentacles part is love. I think the Ace of Pentacles is like an idea, an opportunity, something that you're working on. It's also an amazing time for healing. And so the Three of Swords can represent heartbreak, but the Three of Swords is really a card of healing. We have to forgive the past on the Three of Swords, and we have to remove those swords from our heart so that we can move forward. Definitely, if you're attracting a new type of person, you're not going to want to treat them like an old person, right? So Three of Swords says, forgive the past, pull those swords out of your own heart, and, keep moving forward. With the Two of Wands, you have the Knight of Cups. Yeah, you're not going to find this person sitting on your couch. You're not going to find it in the world, your world. You're going to find it in the world with the Two of Wands. So definitely would be a good time to like get out there, socialize, make things happen, meet new people, go to parties, hang out, all that other good stuff. Knight of Cups can also be about your dream. The Two of Wands can sometimes be, it's not really settling, but he has to get to the next level with the Two of Wands. Sometimes I think people get close to their dream and they're like, well, this is as far as I'm going to take this. This is as far as I can go. And the Knight of Cups, he's standing in the desert, but he has that water flowing in front of him. If he planted seeds in front of that water, they would grow. Ace of Pentacles, there's your seed. So even if you feel you've reached your limits, I don't think you have. The Knight of Cups is saying, and the Two of Wands are like saying, take the lead, plant those seeds, get out into the world, go explore something new, because I think you'll be really happy with whatever you discover with that Knight of Cups energy. And, that's pretty much basically what I would be doing there, Sag. So, oh my God, you can't make this up. Anyway, you have this happiness card, Ace of Cups. The only thing we should pay attention to with Ace of Cups basically is happiness. If we're doing things and they're bringing us true happiness and true fulfillment, then that is the right direction to move in. So that's what I would do there. I'm actually going to pull you an extra card. I'm going to pull this card up because you have this ring card. It says a marriage will take place either in romance or business. And you also have this marriage card right here. So if you're looking for love, this definitely could be marriage coming in for you or strong commitment. Really, love and money both look good. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. So it's like both things are going well or heading in the right direction this month. You have this coins card. It says money will be coming to you. Yes, Ace of Pentacles. This is money that you're creating, though. Again, I always say, like, tarot it is not magic. Nothing just magically happens. And I gave you a bunch of examples of things that I would be doing. Add a little bit extra to your projects, experiment, get into new worlds, learn new things, all of that. Plant the seeds. Get over yourself with the Nine of Swords, right? And get out of bed and start working on something new. That's how you will be making it rain, like it is on this card here. You have this tankard. It says celebration, fun, and enjoyment. Yes, if you want love, I definitely feel it. You will probably meet this person in public or at a party or at a wedding or at an event or something like that. So I would be doing that. You have this V card. It says victory in some endeavor. Yeah, definitely a victorious reading. Like you could be having a big victory or finding a victory, which is great here, Sag. So I love this reading for you. Really good. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your month.